Hey guys, it's Faisal. I want to talk to you a little bit about the foreclosure process in NC. And if you like what I'm talking about, you like the content that I'm sharing, follow my channel and send it to your buddy if they're interested in investments as well in North Carolina. So this is kind of just a breakdown of the foreclosure process. And you could definitely do more research on it and figure out the exact details. But I just kind of wanted to break down the steps and where it goes to and where is the best opportunity to find a foreclosed property. Now, when a property gets foreclosed on, they've probably been given a notice from the bank or lender that, hey, you're missing payments. We can't keep doing this. You need to start making payments or we are going to sell the property. Basically at that point, if the owner's missed a couple payments, the lender will probably put the property in a pre-foreclosure status, just giving an eye out to the public, letting know this property might come up at auction eventually. Now, the time frame between pre-foreclosure and actual foreclosure and auction is, it's very vague. It could be anywhere from a month or two to a year and a half. So I would not rely on, okay, I'll wait for the property to go full-blown foreclosure for me to pick it up. So once a property goes pre-foreclosure, the owner's missed a couple payments and the lender has notified them that they're going to be selling the property if this keeps happening. Now, the lender is going to offer other ways to mitigate the situation. So, and the owner of the property has a right to kind of seek those and see if they can figure something out with the lender. But with pre-foreclosure, something you can do that I think is the best way to pick up a foreclosed property on is to talk to the owner, see if you can get their contact information, or even go knock on the door and say, hey, listen, I see that your property is about to get foreclosed on. Would you be open if I try to purchase it and maybe we could both work out a deal where we both benefit? Now for them, you could ask, hey, how much you own the property? I'd be more than happy to pay that debt off, and I'd be able to get the property for under market value, and you won't have your credit shot because of the foreclosure process. So if owner's willing to do that, that's a score right there. You're not gonna have, the property's not gonna have to go to auction, and where auction's more competitive because now you got more buyers, the price is probably gonna go higher. And after the auction, say you do win, it's gonna go into a 10-day upset period, which basically means for 10 days, anybody can come back, outbid you by a certain amount, and the property could be considered theirs. And if they do outbid you, the 10-day upset period starts again. So after the property goes to auction, you could still potentially get a really good deal, but it's a lot slimmer than getting it pre-foreclosure status. And do your own research on the property, do your due diligence, drive around the property, search out the areas, especially with what you're planning to do. If you're trying to rent it, see what rents around for that area, for that bedroom, for that square footage. And even get in contact with an agent in the area that's well known and see what they can do and see what their advice on the property is. So after the property goes to auction, and if you were to buy it at auction, again, there's that 10-day upset period that you need to be careful about because somebody could come in and outbid you. If it does not sell at auction, basically the mortgage company now owns the property, and what they're going to do is probably list the property on the market and try to sell it for market value. I know our firm specifically had one in Durham that recently sold. That was a lender owned it, and now they listed it because it didn't sell at the auction. So that's kind of the breakdown of how the foreclosure process works. So if you are looking to pick up a foreclosure property, try to get it pre-foreclosure. One of the best sites for that is HUD.com. They might have a subscription, double check on that, but do your own research, research more about the foreclosure process. There's a lot of little stuff still in there. Unfortunately, I don't have enough time to go through all of it, but that was kind of a little breakdown of how it goes from, pre-foreclosure to foreclosure, and then it goes to the auction. And then after the auction, if it still hasn't sold, the lender owns it and they try to sell it for market value. So thank you so much, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and comment below, like, and let me know your thoughts. Thanks so much.